You can tell you're sick, guy.
I am super fucking sick, and I'm still doing this.
Absolutely delirious.
I'm gonna watch this afterwards. I'm like, what the fuck was I on about?
Delirious Xeno is our favorite Xeno.
I agree.
Hello, my name is Scarlet. I like cheese.
You must be white.
God damn, I feel attacked.
But they're not wrong.
They're not wrong. Greetings, members of the court. Once again, we find ourselves in these legal hallowed halls to try the defendant, one Xenogelion, for the crimes of indecency, temporal negligence, and overall inhumane treatment of guests during an unpaid, podcast-related work environment. If only we had known then what we know now, this whole year-spanning trial may have been avoided, and perhaps that is the crux of the issue for many protagonists in anime. So let's see what these fine legal minds can piece together on the topic of hindsight. Xeno Bambino. Given all that we know that happens to the Guyver, the fighting, the loss of his father, spoilers, even dying at the hands of an acid-blooded monster, we know Sho Fukumachi's life has been filled with trial. Knowing all this, do you think Tetsuro Sagawa would have Sparta-kicked Sho down the hill so he could have the Guyver unit for himself?
Oh, 100%. Like, you know, Tetsuo would just go like, hold on. Like, I have this running theory that if one has a Guyver, it sort of drastically improves one's physique. And much like myself, Tetsuo is on a bit of the chubby side. So I think Tetsuo would 100% Spartan kick Sho down the hill, into the lake, put on the Guyver, and then probably drown him a few times.
Just for good measure.
Just for good measure. And then there's still the whole, like, Mizuki being the whole main female protagonist and the love interest and everything. And Mizuki being Tetsuo's sister. So it's just like, there's a whole incest factor there. And it's just like, it just gets weird. But
this went to a very dark place.
But he goes with it. I mean, if you're going to have the power of the Guyver, would you not go with it?
No, dude. No.
I mean, I think it's a reasonable price to pay. I could blow up shit and, you know.
Just so for the court note taker, you endorse incest as long as you have a Guyver unit to back it up. Is that?
As long as I have the power to destroy anything and everything within arm's reach. And even without arm's reach. So, yes.
There are many iconic dramatic revelations across anime, but some are more impactful than others. Tell us, how did the revelation of what Shao Tucker did affect you?
I mean, he was just trying to get on with his work. I mean, you know, he needed to get ahead. He needed a win. He needed a W. I mean, what did Nina do, like, to pull rent and things like that? I mean, she was just draining resources. I mean, you know, she could at least pick up a transmutation circle or two, you know, do some alchemy. Look at Ed. Ed was doing it from the age of, like, -3. But still, like, you know, what does Nina do? Nina fucking runs around the yard playing with a dog. And I bet Shao has to deal more with making sure that Nina doesn't run out into the road with all those cars, because they had cars in Fullmetal Alchemist. Yeah, so controversial take. Shao Tucker did nothing wrong. I am seriously delirious. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Better question is, would King Bradley still give Shao Tucker his state alchemy position had he known what Shao Tucker was going to do? And the answer is still yes, because he's a dickhead. Spoilers.
Goddess of Xeno, would Cosmo have done anything different or speedrun defeating the Demon King if he knew the entire events of the anime?
I mean... oh my god. I mean, I think had he realized what he was in for with Aqua, I think, yes, he would have done something entirely different. I think he would have just gone like, you know, I'll just take a short sword, you know, just a regular one-handed short sword, or maybe some leather armor, or, you know, just some bog standard kit. I mean, to be fair, if you're in that position, you would think like, oh, I'll bring the goddess who summoned me here to actually help. You would actually think she'd have some form of use instead of just be a drain on resources. So, yes, I think 100% Kazuma would have gone with a different choice. I mean, hell, he would probably gone with Eris instead of Aqua, regardless of the fact that she pads her chest. Just to say, my head is throbbing so much, my eyes are closed during the entirety of this.
Which leads nicely into my next question, actually. Xeno El Camino. Shinji stepped into the Evangelion unit, unaware of the ramifications of everything that all happened after he became a pilot. With the attack of the angels and the psychological damage that happens to both him and his team of fellow pilots, we only have one question. If you were sent from the future to tell Shinji what was going to happen, how the fuck would you explain any of it, and how long could you hold out before your eyes started to bleed?
Wait, how far back would I go?
Like, literally to the point where he's about to step into the Eva for the first time. Get in the fucking mech, Shinji.
Right, okay. I think what I would do is I would help him out by, in the first scene, like, there's all that purple water around Ava Unit 1 as he's staring at Ava Unit 1 and everything. I would basically hold him underneath the water. Yeah, I just like, anyone else would have been a better choice. I think fucking Ava Unit 1 has a fetish. That's all I'm gonna say here. So, I'm doing Shinji a favor.
So basically you're saving him from himself by drowning him. Just don't even explain, just...
Come on, how much would life be better if I did this? I mean, fucking Gendo, if you want something done right, get in your own wife.
Dark Xeno hits different.
It's fucking, I don't know why people think Evangelion's amazing.
I think it has to do with the fact that the story is so stupid that people think it's incredibly smart.
Kind of like Death Note, yes.
Kind of like Death Note, yeah. It's so stupid that people can't comprehend where it's going, so they think it's smart when it's really not.
Speaking of giant mecha robots, in the hit anime series Darling in the Franxx, many dramatic reveals happen during the series runtime. With the knowledge of hindsight, would you go back in time and tell Hiro what happens to him? And more importantly, is any amount of pussy worth what he goes through just for 02?
I am not fully gonna comment on this, what with them being, again, kids. However, he was true love. He wanted true love and everything like that, and he was a fucking weird kid. But one thing I would do is, the fat kid who was one of the pilots, who was gonna be like, I can't remember his name. That's gonna happen a lot during this episode, by the way. I can't remember a lot because I'm fucking delirious. Anyway.
Futoshi?
I'm just gonna say yes, because, like, I have any fucking idea. But anyway, so Futoshi, when he's like, oh, will you always be piloting with me? Yes, I promise I'll always be co-piloting with you. And then immediately gets just his heart ripped out of his torso because, like, oh no, I actually like him, So I'd be like, bruh. Hug it out. Come on, give me a hug. Give me. I'd be there to console him because he had the roughest deal of all. Poor guy.
Demon Slayer Xeno, would Tanjiro have done anything different if he knew what he had to do to complete his training, such as splitting the boulder?
Maybe he would have read a book or two. Oh, that's how this breathing technique. Like, I never understand that. It's like, what could be taught easier through sharing of knowledge rather than just fucking working it out for yourself? I mean, yeah, okay, granted, there are some things like, teaching how the Force works, and I am delirious, I do not believe the Force exists, but you have to sort of, like, grow into it sort of thing. But fucking hell, there's got to be a textbook here and there, like, so if you, like, pinch your lips together and breathe in the sides of your mouth, and you close your eyes, and you do this weird pose that's depicted here in Figure 1, yeah, fine. Seriously, I think he would have gone like, oh, yeah, there was an easier way. I mean, also, seriously, the sheer volume of times he gets himself hospitalized and just like, oh, poor fucking kid.
Could he read, though? He was a farmer.
Touche. That's probably why he went through the arduous task of trying to slice a boulder in half. Yep.
I've got something very important to tell you. It's, well, look, while I've got you, let me just remind you to make sure you hit the like button and turn on notifications because maybe YouTube will actually use those. Speaking of YouTube, with ad support being what it is, if you'd like to see the show improve even more, consider heading over to patreon.com/Xenogelion. And if you like listening to Xeno rant about anime, head over to youtube.com/Compicast to find out what harem anime he's watching now. Oh yeah, I remember now. While you're watching, make sure you keep an eye out for the golden...
If you like Xeno Colada, Saitama regularly deals with the monotony of being the strongest hero during his adventures in One Punch Man. His whole superhero career is dedicated to fighting the strongest villains only to be disappointed. If he knew then what he knew now, do you think he would have moved his fist to prevent Speed of Sound Sonic from landing his nuts on it? Or do you think he'd do it anyway because he's actually a bit of a sadist?
See, like, if you think about it logistically, I don't think Saitama is a sadist, but I do certainly think he is a masochist, because he wants to get hurt. Like, I'm pretty sure at the end of the first season when he's fighting, is it Xenos? I'm pretty sure, like, at some point in time during the course of that fight, he's gonna be like, oh, hurt me, daddy, hurt me. And Xenos would just be like, oh, the fuck? I mean, nothing. No, I'm good. Yeah, that's just punching. Yeah, punch. And that's why he took out Xenos, is only because he humiliated himself. He showed his dark side. And I think pretty much the problem was that he saw Speed of Sound Sonic and thought, oh, this guy's into some kinky shit. I mean, his balls are on display right fucking there. Like, he's got a big package, just like, you know, the skin tight suit is not hiding anything. So I think he would have just gone with it. It's like, oh, sorry. It's like, apparently he's not into that kind of shit.
Could one of you punch me in the inner thigh, please? No reason.
Xeno, would Saitama have saved Z City if he knew how bad Season 2 was going to be?
Oh, damn! The frustrating thing is, so much of his time in the manga was chopped out of Season 2, and I don't fucking get why they thought that was a good idea. The thing is, the later volumes, there's some really fucking cool shit going on, so I think he would have, like, if he only knew as far as Season 2, yes, I think he would have saved City Z. But if he knew even later what would pretty much cover Chapter 3, I think he would leave City Z, the disheveled mess that weirdly resembles my apartment, for Season 3 stuff.
Alrighty.
As long as they get a good animation studio to not fuck it up.
Hey Xena, the Sybil system from Psycho-Pass was revealed to be a series of criminal brains hooked up to a computer. It's a two-part question. First, how would you have reacted if a bunch of your friends, co-workers and associates ended up in the Sybil system? And two, would you become part of it after knowing what it is?
So, if I had discovered that a bunch of human brains were effectively used to become the ultimate AI, I'd be like, yeah, that seems legit. I mean, fuck knows how else we'd actually come up with good AIs and what have you. Would I become part of it? No chance. But what I would tell you I would do is I'd reprogram it to become the ultimate artist, the ultimate AI artist, and get it to just pump out shit tons of AI and AI music, right? I think there's actually a new AI that's coming out, or come out, that if you give it the first, I think it's like 12 seconds of a song, it then continues the song, right? And it's weirdly accurate to the direction the song would go in and things like that. Yeah. Also, the most important part is I would get it to run D&D campaigns.
Would you be able to handle knowing the amount of dead people that it took to make it?
I mean, yeah. They're bad people anyway. I'm just putting in their brains to good uses.
Do you think that the D&D AI would finally understand CR values in monsters?
Clearly. Yeah, 100%. And for everyone else's benefit, Nazeth is going to put on the screen what CR means.
Xeno of House Debauchery, with your vast knowledge of anime and the years of series you have watched, please describe, with details of your emotional state please, the level of hindsight you wish you had at the end of Season 2 of Shield Hero.
Oh.
That is exactly the sound I wanted to hear.
Fuck. I don't know why Kodakawa didn't pay the original director like a fuck ton of money to come back and do Season 2. Season 2 was a fucking disheveled mess. Like, oh no, this brand new character for this season has died. Only if we spent 5 fucking minutes with them to have any form of emotional attachment to them. It's a fucking mess. I just... fucking... And there's doing a Season 3. I'm just like, you're just gonna fuck that up too.
Are you in pain now?
I'm in pain. I mean, I'm in the bad pain. Not the good pain, I'm in the bad pain.
Not the Saitama pain, but the bad pain.
Where's my Saitama daddy?
Xeno, there have been quite a few plot twists in the show that we've talked about dramatic reactions, but have you ever experienced a revelation where you did not have what the director would have described the appropriate reaction? Let's say it wanted to make you sad, but you ended up laughing at it.
I'm not sure, but I've had plenty of instances where something was supposed to be moving and it was just fucking downright goddamn stupid, a la Devilman Crybaby. I'm not going to go into any more detail than that one because, I mean, how many fucking times have I slogged that dead horse? I'm trying to think now. Oh god. So the prelude to Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch of Mercury. Oh god, that really fucking tugged my heartstrings. It's on YouTube. I think it's on Gundam Info. So like they actually freely publicly share it on the internet. But it's so fucking sad. And I don't think people would have gotten that kind of emotional response out of a Gundam series. Or alternatively, there's also School Days. Fucking, I don't know why I agreed to watch 12 episodes of fucking School Days. I don't know why people thought it was fucking amazing. I think they were stupid at the time. So basically, it's based on a visual novel where the main character in the anime takes all the bad routes possible, and it's just like everyone's just, oh, it's so amazing. How amazing is that series? It's so cool. Oh my god. I just wasted the last 6 hours of my life. Can I please have this back? So
you know the 3-part Netflix series for Godzilla, like the CG one?
Oh yeah. I think I've only watched the first one.
You know the bit where their grandparents are all heading to the planet because they're like end of life, and they're like, we chose to do this, we're gonna see the new thing, and then suddenly they get laser zapped out of the sky by Godzilla? Yeah, that kind of cracked me up.
I don't blame you.
That's actually kind of funny.
Xeno, would Joseph Joestar have kept it in his pants if he knew what was going to happen in Diamond is Unbreakable?
No, I don't think he would, because I think he's a horny old man. He's just 100% a horn dog. I mean, like,
fair.
The man pulls. The man pulls, right? But I think no matter what, it's just like, it's a living. I mean, okay, Joseph, you're gonna have another kid called Josuke, who is the most insufferable Joestar of all fucking time, and you're gonna end up adopting an invisible baby. And you're gonna have to deal with this invisible baby while you're old and senile, while you're still hanging around this fucking town for some reason. So that's your option. Keep it in your pants or deal with this shit show. You'd still fucking do it. You 100% like, yeah, but I can change it. No, you can't. Nuh-uh. You were clever during Stardust Crusaders and Battle Tendencies, but
now you're all poor life decisions.
Yep.
Well, we're done looking into the past with rose-tinted flying V-visors, and now we must return to the dark-tinted hues of harem cringe and bad series endings. I hope you look back fondly on this episode, but we all know that you'll be filled with shame and guilt, just like the rest of us, and holy shit, I wrote this outro before the episode, and my god, was it on point.
Bravo.
Until next time, you filthy degenerates. God damn, Xeno.
Bye.